Why are you in your own chat?
Welcome back, folks, to another Behind the Investigation with Jared.
And Brent.
And Ed.
And Jackie's right there. Jackie, would you like to say hi to the folks? No, she's definitely camera shy tonight. So this evening we will be talking about episode 4 that premiered Wednesday. There's a lot of folks in there, and we appreciate that. We appreciate everybody that supports the channel. But there was a lot of good interaction. This one was a lot of ITC. A lot of ITC in this part 2 that really hit home on a few things. But how was your weekend, fellas? Or week?
Good week.
Good? This guy's excited for next week?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I am, but I'm a little disappointed we don't get to hit the B&O like what was planned. I don't know
why.
Deb,
how are you?
I was looking forward to that.
I was looking forward to that too, but they sort of screwed us. And you know what?
Ground. It's been cool. But hey, where we're going, good spot, good location.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Deb, how are you? I know we've been talking all week about this Try the Lease. I know you heard it, but we're going to go over it again a few more times because it's a really good EVP.
It's my favorite EVP we've ever captured.
Jane,
how
are you? Sue, how are you?
Jane, I had all intentions of wearing your channel shirt, and clearly it is in the bottom of the stinky laundry. I wore it earlier this week and I forgot, so I will get it.
But Jane,
it doesn't just get worn on this thing. I wear it all the time, so
we will. We're just showing support. Hey, Ro, what are you doing? I got my Go Get 'em Paranormal.
Yeah, rub it in.
Battleborn shirt on today. I told Ro I was going to wear it in support today of some things that happened this week that weren't very good, but you can't control what some people do. But that's not here, and this is a legitimate paranormal show, and we're gonna do that. But yes, Battleborn for life, and you know that, Ro. So did anybody watch? Who in here watched episode 4, part 2?
I did.
I've seen it a couple times.
Ed, you had a starring role in it, Ed.
Well,
Yep, Ro, amen. You know it. Ro is at Pride Week, our Pride Fest up in Milwaukee. Her and Jenna, and we do wish that you're having a good time up there, and we do appreciate you stopping in, sis. We do appreciate it. Thank you. Taking time out of your little getaway really means a lot to us. But Brent, do you want to touch base on anything on episode 4, part 2?
Yeah, I have all sorts of stuff I'd love to touch base on. I think Ed actually has a question, like a talking point line up though.
I mean, I got an entire sheet.
What's up, Jenna?
I mean, this was probably the best one that had talking points on. I mean, I'm always going to be partial to Gresham. I'm never going to lie about that one because I feel like I started coming out of a shell with that one. But with this one, I mean, there is just a ton of stuff to talk about. I mean, guys, if you haven't watched it, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should have watched it before tonight. And guess what? Watch it after this if you haven't seen it yet. Just forget about bed or wherever you're doing. Just go watch it.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I know there was a lot of the folks that were in the chat were in the premiere, and we love premieres. We love hanging out with the folks while we watch it. Brent, before I get into this, I want to let you know that I sung Mumsy a good morning song on Wednesday going into work. Because Ro told me what her favorite song was, and her favorite song is "I Just Called to Say I Love You."
I love you.
And I said, you know what? It'd be a little bit weird to do that, but I'm going to call her and sing, "I just called to say good morning." and I think she enjoyed it.
That's all.
Faja, what's up? And I do want to say I watched Rose video. What up, Nubs? I watched Rose video the other day, her exploring video, and I tell you what, I wouldn't want to mess with Faja.
Yeah, Faja swole, huh?
Pretty big dude there, Faja. What's up, Joe? Joe is actually in the swamps of North Carolina. I'm surprised he's in here.
I'm surprised, Joe. I'm surprised you got service.
I know, bro, but hey, thanks for stopping in.
I got Joe running over here on my other computer.
Battleborn, right?
Right.
we got Joe running, trying to get him monetized, trying to get Mock monetized.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm running Mock too.
There's a lot of cool things that may have been missed on the episode because of the amounts of saying hi and things like that. I mean, we love saying hi.
Always my comment, like, you think people actually saw this? Because everybody just talking. We all do it.
Yeah, definitely. Jane, I do want to welcome you back to the chat, though, Jane.
Jane, I love you. I'm glad you're back.
Things happened, and it was a hard situation to be in. But you know we love you, Jane. And I put you up on our channel this week as a featured channel. I got Jenna's channel on there as well. People that support us and we consider family. And Jane, you're up there, and we stand behind you, sis. So getting into episode 4, I was talking with Ed today via text, and Brent, it hurts my feelings really bad that we're not going to be able to get back in there.
You don't know that for a fact. You don't know that for
Brent's got a point. What hurts me is the ending of that we were just talking about, the Echo Box, the part of the grateful, the things for the help that you hear.
I mean, how many times in the whole thing, if you take part 1 and part 2 and put together, did we all say, at least each one of us say, we're just trying to build a relationship, we're planning on returning, open up to it.
And that's the thing. And you know what? We talked on the side about the blessing that location got. I'm happy for them that they got it. It's a great thing. I wish it didn't affect our relationship with them. And hopefully, I mean, maybe it's not this year, maybe it's next year, but I just
let's hope our point of contact, Lisa, takes control here soon, because I think if she ever does, that's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you in the chat, if you ever deal with the location, you got a lot of older people on the board, work with the location, keep your name there with the younger people, because I mean that's how it's worked with a couple locations that we have. Yep. I just stay with the younger crowd, and once them older people got out, Benton Hammond is a good point. We slid right in there,
Yep.
We were able to get that and get them revenue and help them out. So don't give up on a location because they've got some old ways set there. I know for other locations they'll do tours and stuff, but they don't want to advertise it. You can't put nothing out there just because of that fact of the old way of thinking.
Yeah, they don't want to. They think it's going to hurt their image. They want the financial support.
They want the money, yeah.
Oh yeah,
from it, but
you start throwing them dollar bills around, and they're like, "Oh, wait a second, what?" But then the more people, we don't want that money.
Yeah,
we're out there pushing drugs out of the house or something like that. But
Nubs, go ahead and put your 15-minute alone challenge link in here if you want to, brother. You're blue. You can do that if you want. Nubs has got a 15-minute alone challenge at the 1 a.m. house today, so something that may be interesting. Nubs does featuring of channels. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll react to them.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Like other paranormal channels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those of you that are on our Facebook, I posted something today, and the guy was talking about some stuff where a lot of it seems like it's fake and all of that. So I'm interested. I wanted to check that one out.
Yeah, Nubs is a good channel to follow. He reacts to.
I like I said before, I'm horrible with YouTube, guys. I mean, for somebody 41 years old, you might be more into YouTube than what I am, but I'm not big into YouTube.
Yeah. All right, so hey, everybody say hi to Mark. Sorry, he's in the middle of
What up, Mark?
Vegas right now.
And you got Joe standing on the picnic table trying to keep service.
What's going on out there tonight, folks? All right. Oh crap! But let's pull up a piece, Brent. Let's pull up the liquor one.
You want to put the liquor?
No. Let's start with the other one.
Yeah, okay, hold on. All right, Deb, here it is. Let's pull up the.
I want to
go ahead.
Right into it. Head first.
Run it, Ed. Run it.
Yeah, Brent, try the least, man. Pull that up.
Try the least wins the vote.
Good day, Mark. Welcome to the show. I'm going to add this to the stream. Now watch this right here, hon. This is going to be pretty good. My Baltimore accent. This is going to be a pretty good air EVP, hon.
We own this city.
All right, here we go, gentlemen and ladies.
Nothing but good things can happen for the house. Yeah. Like I said, we've done this for hundreds of locations, hundreds of times. Good things can happen for your house. God is released.
One more time.
Yeah, play it again.
We've
Got
done this
to.
for hundreds of locations, hundreds of times.
See how clear this is.
Good things can happen for your house. God is released.
Dude, like it sounds like someone just standing in the room. You can hear the little electricity. I mean, you can tell it's an EVP. Obviously, we can tell because no one in the room said that. But you can hear kind of an electrical tone to it as well. But it still sounds like just a clear human voice talking.
I mean,
Deb's asking for one more time before we explain
All
the surroundings.
All right, one more time.
Good things can happen for your house. God is released.
Oh,
I love it, guys. I love that one.
me too. It's my favorite EVP we've ever.
Yes,
Ever
I mean,
had.
Welcome.
look, we've discussed this.
How are you? I hope you're having a good weekend.
Is that the closest voice to try the least was my voice in that room because it was Lisa, it was Jackie. That's not a female voice. Then it's the two of you, and then it was the other Dustin. Joe was his name, correct?
Donnie.
Okay. So I mean, and he has a very distinct voice. You know.
Yeah.
I'm the closest voice to that, and try the least. That's
Hey,
not.
man.
You know.
How are you? Sorry.
You know, not to mention, I mean, we already know it wasn't you that said it. If it was one of us that said that, someone would have responded with a snicker or a laugh, as a joke.
Exactly.
But we already know none of us said it, so it kind of it's pointless to make those comments. It definitely was an EVP.
The thing is, I'm the first one. I mean, I know you guys try to debunk things, but I'm the first one like, hey, what about this or this or this? And when I heard that, I'm like, I have no answer. There's nothing at all that I have for this, guys.
When I initially did the I was putting this together, I actually skipped over it, and it was actually only the second pass or third pass that I was listening again because I always listen to it multiple times and make sure I got everything. And I was like, who the hell is that? That's not one of them. I think I hit up Jared first and was like, dude, do you hear this? Who is this?
I mean, if it would have been somebody that was in that room, Jax, what up? No worries.
My sister.
Welcome.
You missed a good EVP.
Welcome aboard. What was I writing out the Surrey here? So go ahead, boys.
I think it's an awesome EVP just to capture, but the context of what's going on says even more because Jared's talking about, we're here to help the home and the spirits, and all night we've been getting cynical, sarcastic, nasty, spirit, calling us names, using foul language. And I think, honestly, that one spirit was throughout the entire time, upstairs, downstairs, in the middle, was just falling around, being a jerk. I mean, just, to probably amuse himself. And he heard Jared saying that and was like, try the lease. Pay the bills. You want to help? Pay the bills. He's just being a smart ass.
Yeah. I mean, the whole evening, if you watch the video, the whole evening, Jax, you know it, but the whole evening, there was somebody there. I think it was the same guy.
It was the same guy. I'm confident.
Following us around, like, who are these people in this house, and why are they here? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was very standoffish. But the thing is, we didn't get any of that in real time. We didn't get any of it in real time. So
the only one that I think I got one. Well, there's kind of two. I think he's the one who told me to shut up. I think he's the one who told me to shut up when Ed and I were in the library. What?
We got to play it down in the basement.
And you want to play that?
Basement.
You got the timestamp, Ed?
I don't have the timestamp on.
I have it right here. Hold on.
Yeah, we got to play that one. Listen here, folks. This is Brent getting cussed out.
Yeah. Like, what did I do? Like, I just got, they just, he just totally nailed me. Hold on. Here we go. Let me share this. I might be a couple of seconds before it. I don't think I missed it. We'll see. We'll see how good I am with it. Here we go. Let me know when it's set up.
Hey, Mike. This right here is Brent getting cussed out by a goose.
Called out and cussed out.
Mike loves my Baltimore accent sometimes.
Sorry,
hey, Sharon, isn't it like, hold on, before we play this, Sharon Tynes in here. It is probably 2:00 in the morning over there, isn't it?
Man, that's devotion. Thank you, Sharon.
Much love on that one. Thank you.
Trouble sleeping?
Who? Let him out. Sorry, folks. We have a dog that wants to go outside. Brent?
You ready?
Thank you for coming, Sharon. I hope you enjoy it. This is Brent getting cussed out.
All right, here we go.
From our last investigation.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. One more time.
We played a couple times.
Dude, that Brent Smith is so clear. Brent Smith.
And we heard you again in real time.
Thanks for stopping by.
Too much talking.
Bad
What just
medicine. I thought bad medicine. No, a girly girl stopped by and said hi.
Oh.
Saying thank you for coming into the chat.
We heard that in real time, the Brent Smith, but we didn't hear the second part of that.
Yeah, I said it's Brent Smith. I said Brent Smith something.
Yeah.
I know, Sharon, right? I mean, my goodness.
Here we go. One more time. This is how clear it is.
I think the spirit needs a bar of soap.
Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, just said your name, Brent. Brent Smith.
It just said your name, Brent. It said more than your name, Brent.
Nowhere in here did we ever say last names. I didn't say, hey, I'm Ed Hardin, or hey, I'm Garrett Tracy, or hey, I'm Brent Smith.
I think when I first walked in, I did, when I walked my initial walkthrough, like when I was just walking through them before we were setting up, I always do an introduction everywhere. I definitely said your full name.
Okay.
Sharon, I added you a moderator. You could put your link for your Facebook group in the chat if you would like.
But that's just.
But Ed, to your point, that's even more so. I mean, we didn't repeat it numerous times. You had one time I went there. Hey, I'm Brent Smith. I'm here to communicate.
But You know something too, Brent, is you didn't do a walkthrough in the basement initially. We did that walkthrough on the first floor.
But I think that same spirit was following us. I think that's the same guy upstairs when he talked about the Christmas trees.
That he was trying to be an asshole, but he wasn't. Hey, Andrea.
Yeah, and in the kitchen. As a matter of fact, in the kitchen, like in the middle of that session in the kitchen, there was he says one of them says like "F that love," you know. Yeah. And then upstairs is a part where I don't know. He says something, and another spirit was like, "Now that wasn't friendly," and he's like, "Nope."
And then I mean, in part one, when they were talking about the trees, he was like,
"That's yeah."
I guess they're nice.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I must say, he does. See, that's why I said I think he's just being a jerk for fun. Because when it came to the Christmas trees part, he was like, I must say, they do a good job. Like he's not a complete asshole, you know. I think he's just having fun.
Jackie has entered the chat. Hey, DP, what's up, man? How's Tennessee? How are you, brother?
And
Thanks for stopping by. Emery, thank you for stopping by, my friend.
I've been in locations before where, Benson Hammond's a good point. Tommy, second floor only. Doesn't go nowhere else. You always get him on the second floor,
Yeah.
And I've been in locations where you get a different spirit on each floor or different interaction. And this one is one that he followed us through the night, which I like. It makes it easier.
I agree. I think if a spirit's only coming through in a certain room every single time, it's because they're comfortable there. I mean, maybe there's something that traps them. I have no clue. I know we have those kind of conversations like, oh, they're stuck here, or, are they really stuck in a room? Are they stuck in a home? Are they stuck on a property or whatever? But this one clearly, I think was the same one walking around the whole house. Like, this is my place.
Yeah, he was following us around. Like, what are these guys doing here, man? Like,
and that being said, I think multiple of them were. I don't think it was just him. I think they all were. We had so many different spirits coming.
So I just had to pop in my head.
You are, Sharon. Why wouldn't I make you a mod?
But I think that guy was there basically trying to test us. I think, again, I know I said it last episode. I'm going to say it again. Somebody's done something there before, whether they know it or not, whether it's inside, outside, whatever. But I think he was there as a protective spirit. And I think he's the one at the end, with the grateful and the thanks for the help and all that. I think he's the one that was behind a lot of that.
You talking about the one that was like, he's the speaker for the exploring?
Yeah.
Nathan was the guy that was like.
Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan.
It also, this just hit me in the gut, this feeling that the whole, what do you call it? Leave that rum, the grateful, all of that stuff is the same guy that said, hey, Brent Smith, F you, dude. I think these guys want to help us. They want to be here. They want to be partners. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward.
Yeah.
Drama-free paranormal here. That's all it is. Nothing but legit paranormal in this channel right here. Brent, let's pull up the liquor one. I really like that.
Dude, all right, guys. I love this one. I
mean, we're having a good time here pulling them up and talking about them.
This is one of my favorite ones. There was so many good things.
Listen to this.
You can't get a bad one.
Name your favorite licorice liqueur, because if we ever go back, we're going to have to bring it.
Yeah, I'm going to bring some. So I'm going to let this it's a whole slew of things said. The liqueur is the last thing that said. And this is when you guys left. You just left the Echo Box running. And
everything's well, Emery. Hope everything's good. Go ahead.
Let me know it's ready when you're ready for me to play.
Sorry, this new laptop, it's a little bit different. And buttons aren't in the right spot. Hard to get used to right now.
Oh, trust me. Watch. As much as I've been playing around with our new paranormal equipment, we're going to get on site on the 11th, and I'm like, hold on. I'm trying to what I do, and I guarantee
Before we press play, I want to tell Deb, we're going live next Saturday, and I want you to watch this because. Go ahead, Brent. Let her know.
Oh, I think you'll like it. No, I'm making one tweak. Remember, I told you today I bought one more thing I'm going to add to it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a show and tell later, and we'll go into details on that. So, but
Daddy,
anyway.
I'm not bull crapping. I went downstairs, right? We didn't even go to this section. They had a 1900s bowling alley in the basement with 1900s bowling ball pins.
He showed us it. He said it's right back here in the basement.
Yeah,
He's
this
in-
looks so big. There's a lot left to investigate still.
And the place was so beautiful inside. Just drives me nuts that people are hard-headed sometimes. We wanted to do nothing but good for these folks and raise money and turn the place into a research center and put eyes on it. But
It is what it is. It's their place. It's all good.
Yep.
We got in there. We got awesome evidence out of it, and we got plenty of other places to investigate. And again, I don't think you can't close the door on it. They may hit us up. Just leave the window open to communicate.
We ain't done.
all right, go ahead, Brent. Run it.
All right, so everybody just left the EchoVox session. So Jackie, Ed, the Dosons, they all walked out. EchoVox is still running. It's been running actually for like a minute or so.
Thank you for the shirt, Brent.
Oh yeah, brother. Hey, I knew someone. When I won that, I knew. Just felt in my gut like someone else needs this more than I do. Nice pick me up and to know they're loved, and you are loved, brother. All right, here we go. It's like a sad, somber whole section there. One more time.
That is an entire.
It's a conversation. It's a conversation.
It's an entire 2 sentences.
Yeah, but I think it's two people talking. I think it's a dude and a woman.
I know you see us use the EchoVox all the time, but this is why we use it. Because things like this come out.
We're not. No one's even there asking questions. They're just continuing a conversation, and that's again. We had this talk. I think when we're talking about Gresham, I brought this up because we get communication direct, and then we capture things through the EchoVox and even through other forms, but definitely a lot through the EchoVox where
Sharon,
it's like we're talking to each other. Do what?
I told Sharon she got to watch the entire episode.
All right. Where it seems like we capture conversations that they're having. And it makes me wonder, we always do this. Can you use your energy? Can you speak through this?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to try? Or do these certain devices just happen to capture what they're saying in the moment? No one's asking anything here. And I can't imagine they just decided, hey, you know what? Let's say this right on this device so they capture this and have an awesome video. That doesn't make sense,
And all the stuff that got captured from when we left, I'm glad I left that EchoVox running in there. I didn't take it with us.
Yeah, me too. We wouldn't have had this.
I mean, we would have had that piece right there. It's all about building the pieces, and that piece right there is epic.
Huge. Let's listen to it one more time. Let's do it one more time. We were planning on bringing that. Like, we go back, I'm bringing a pint of liquor. If we do, I'll bring it.
If you watch the episode, we did bring rum, and they told us to leave the rum.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. At the end. Leave that rum.
Deb says she's going on 6 locations on a 10-day trip. Deb is...
Yeah, but hey, did you see she's going to West Virginia?
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that?
No, we're not far. We're not far.
That's not that far. I mean, it is far for Brent, but me and Ed could probably make that trip, Deb.
Brent's already going to be here on Saturday. I mean, we're only 5 hours away. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're 5 hours away. I'm 6 hours away from West Virginia. Like
You got
in the
room
gut
for
of West
6 more?
Virginia.
You got room for more, Eb?
But all right, so
We'll
what's
come
next?
with it.
The dogs was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's pull up the dog part.
All right. That's at the
Why is
beginning.
the rum gone, Joe?
Why is the rum gone?
That was my Johnny Depp impersonation. It's horrible.
All right. I loved when I heard this. Like I heard this. I wouldn't hold my dogs.
Let's lead this up. So, the folks that owned the mansion first, were into prize dogs. They did dog shows and everything.
And chickens.
And chickens, but they did dog shows. And we were talking about it, and they filled us in on some information. And I just want to say, I said it in the chat the other day, but Jackie and Ed, this session that ended part 1 and started part 2, you guys knocked it out the park here, man.
You guys really did. It's so much interaction. I think we've learned a little bit here. Like, and I'm not trying to skip forward, but the fact every time we see the flashlight come on, we see them say poke.
Yeah.
I remember asking Ed when I first watched Ed set the flashlights up, like, what are they doing? Explain to me how this is even possible. I was so skeptical. Like, this is fake, And Ed was like, I really don't know, but let's just pay attention. And ever since then, my confidence has been, building and building, seeing it happen and watching it, nothing happen. And all of a sudden it'll come on at a certain spot. But in this, they're like, they poked it, behind you. And there's a part where they're like behind you and boom, the light comes on.
Yeah.
They poked it. And it says they poked it.
Yeah.
Like a couple times.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's multiple
It
occasions.
definitely turned into one of our go-tos at the beginnings of investigations, or when we're trying to break stalemates. It's a good way to do that.
And I won't lie, there's still times when I'm like, why is it just going off? Like, it shouldn't be just going off right now. It's just like nothing's responding. There's nothing going on. So I still get weird about it, but there's times when I'm like, nope, I can definitely tell you that should not be going off right now. It hasn't gone off for 3 hours, and all of a sudden it just went off.
You know what? Something on that too is I know we've all seen the theories like, oh, it heats up, it cools down, and that's why it does it and everything.
It's not.
But when we get indirect, hey, turn the light on for yes, and we ask a question, and that light comes on like immediately.
It's an incandescent bulb. It doesn't have a temperature reading on it.
Well,
now
I've heard
LED possibly.
I've heard people.
No.
Yeah, there are theories out there that there's the temperature sensor inside senses the heat and turns it off. This is a mini mag. It's just a twist contact. There's no sensors. It's just an incandescent bulb and a battery. That's all there is.
Who was that?
If the bulb is off, hold on. If the bulb is off, there's nothing to heat up and expand. Now remember, when something heats up, it expands. When things get cold, they contract. So the science doesn't play out there. And if it's just sitting there off, it can't change state any more than it is and turn on.
Simple open close contact. That's all it is. Open close contact. You open it, the light goes off. You close it, the light comes on.
If the light was going on and off at random, I'd be like, okay, I don't know how to trust this. But the fact that light can go on and off with direct responses to questions, and any of us can sit there and say, hey, can you turn the light off, please? And the light goes off, it provides a lot of legitimacy to the tool,
Definitely, it sure does.
I mean, and to me, it's a go-to because if I can get the spirit to interact with that light, then I know that we've got something going on with it. If I can't get them to interact with the light, then the light's no good tonight. But I don't think, with you guys at least, I've had a session where the light has not been able to be a reliable tool.
Yeah.
And I wish I had an answer, especially when Brent's like, Ed, how's it? I would never forget that night, Brent. Outside church. How's it work? I don't know.
Like I jumped on Ed quick. Like I was like, we were about to look. I was like, Ed, stop for a second. Come back here. I was like, Ed, come back here. Explain this to me right now. Like you and Jackie on the side, like Ed, talk to me. How does this work? Tell me how this is happening because this doesn't make sense. You're like, dude.
Ed. These are friends. Northeast. He's been around for a while on the channel. Says hi. Say hi back.
Hey.
How's it going? Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for stopping in, Northeast.
It was like Brent asked me, "Hey, how do you get these feelings you get?" I mean, it was the same night as a flashlight. How do you get the feelings you get? How does a flashlight work? I ain't got no clue. No clue whatsoever. And to sum it up in the way these spirits would say it, I got no effing clue.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that night though. All right, so that night, I remember the exact moment when I was like, okay, I can believe in this. Like that one, it was going off and then on and off and on. And I was like, this is interesting. The other one had not gone off once. Seven? And then we all got to that point. Everyone was feeling the heaviness going on and things were getting hectic. And all of a sudden, both lights lit up real bright.
I remember that.
I was like, holy shit balls. Believer, like, just ding in my head. Like, okay.
Sorry, guys. I just burped.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I'm probably about five. I might be 5 or 6 deep at this point.
Dude, I got this here, 9.3%, brother. It's on already.
Joe.
I just opened it.
When we started, guys.
Do what?
Show that to Joe. Joe, look at this. There's some real Southern love right here. 9.3%, Joe. That's how us country boys get down.
That's it, brother.
I like the fact that it's handwritten. That's great.
Oh, dude, this is they make this in the brewery. This stuff's awesome. Slightly strawberry. It's too good. It's too good.
So let's pull up what we got pulled up. All right.
So this is the dogs, guys. This is the dogs one. And oh man, I'm not kidding. I went and hugged. I got 4 dogs and I hugged all of them. Like, I love you guys.
Oh, when Brent sent me this, I was like, oh my goodness, he misses his freaking dogs.
This is his dogs. My good boys.
Sharon, listen to this. Listen to this guy talk about missing his dogs right here. It's amazing.
And you have a conversation. They're going to have a conversation leading into it. So listen to what everybody's saying, and then what comes to the echo box.
There's our team.
Best bright dogs, dude.
Where's the
English setters, and it comes in setters for my good boys. Now
the thing is, Sharon and everybody in the chat, we didn't know what type of dogs they had. They said it, and then the docent said it.
No, the docent says it first. Lisa says it first, and then it comes through and says setters. She says English setters, and then it says setters.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what? Here's the thing: is like dogs. I think the two you guys are with me. Dogs hit a little personally. I mean, Brent said he went and hug his dogs and everything. You talk about look. I got 3 cats. I care about one of them. I got 3 dogs.
Here's your section number right here, Ed. Jackie says,
They were champion dogs.
They were champion dog show dogs.
Yeah.
I know they were champion chickens. She goes into that later. I don't think we kept that clip in here. She talks right after this. She talks about the head champion chickens.
It's in there.
Yeah.
I know, Jane, right? I mean, my goodness. When Brent sent that to me, I was like, oh my, I got to go down and hug Jake.
Right? Dude, I was like, oh my
because the guy is literally like, where is my dogs? I can't find
Dude, when he
dogs.
says, where's my dogs? And then another spirit comes in and says, they're gone. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, they are gone. That sucks.
Oh my goodness. I felt so sorry for that guy.
Yeah, man.
Nobody wants to lose their dog, man.
No. No one wants to
nobody-
lose their dog.
I mean, I almost cried the other day because my dog had trouble getting up on the furniture. You know,
Dude,
she's
I don't
a
want to hear.
girl at 10 years old. I'm just like, oh my god, she can't get up. So
I drove to the emergency vet at 3:00 in the morning to take Jake because he had an allergic reaction to something, and paid $375 for him to get fixed.
No, dude, I'll trump you.
$450 on a dog for a rash.
Dude, Ziva, our first pug, the pug that we
Definitely
got when you got that pug a while ago. You know, I still got her old ass, and she's got nothing but problems. And like she got kidney stones like a while ago, and like she couldn't pee. And I took her to the vet's. Like, what's going on? He's like, dude, she's totally blocked. You got two options. I'm like, what? He's like, get a surgery or let her die. I was like, how much is the surgery? He's like, $2,500. I'm like, do it. Now,
I did not go to work that day. I took off that day because I didn't get home from the emergency vet till 4:00 in the morning.
Look, I had a Cocker Spaniel, and unfortunately, we had to put him down. I just refinanced the house, so I had cash in the bank, and then I had my care credit card with another $5,000 on it. I'm like, save this dog, and the vet's like, dude, we can't.
Yep.
Oh, I know,
I
bro.
mean, what hurt so bad was having to come home and tell the kids, like, hey, come get in the car. We got to go for a ride.
Yeah.
You know?
I felt for you there, bro. I felt for you there.
Yeah.
But, man, I tell you, I sit there and be like, I don't care. I don't need to fix AC. I don't need to redo the deck. I don't need to redo my floors.
Yep.
Hey, let's save this dog. And the vet's like, hold on, pump your brakes, dude. You know? So, I mean,
I felt for you. Like I said today in our group chat, man, these guys are like brothers. Well, Brenda's already been a brother for a long time.
We are brothers.
I mean, Colton still calls him Uncle Brent. So
That's right.
but Ed, you have quickly became a brother to us, and
I appreciate it. I kind of like you guys too, you know?
We appreciate that. You know?
yes, very. It was especially that basement. That basement was dark. Remember how dark that basement was?
It was brutally dark. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to release some raw footage from the handheld I had, and you'll see how dark it was in that basement in those clips.
Yep, that's how I am with Jake. Jake's like he's my buddy, man. I love that. I love that dog. We got one more for him.
I got one I want to go into here. I don't know exactly where it is. Somewhere in this area.
Run. I'll be right back.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna let this play. I'll pause it when it gets to the spot because I want to know what everybody thinks about a certain thing that's said here. So let me just play it from here and see where things are.
There's a flashlight back there too. If that's you in the basement, could you turn the light on, please?
It's coming up, I think. So Deborah, we know that. That's not the point I want. Clearly, Deborah.
If you tell us how many people would you see, how many living people would you see through that box? It's an easy answer.
There's a creepy Justine. I didn't hear any numbers there. And one to cook, I don't know what that means. Ed's ass. trying to find a spot. Hold up.
Which one are you looking for?
Hold on. All right. First off, this is hilarious. That one's pushy. Are they talking about Jackie?
She's talking about
Alexa, shut up.
Uh-oh.
No one's talking to you.
You better get out of Brent's house.
That one's pushy.
Honey, that might be intended towards you. You're a little pushy.
They moved me. There it is. This is it. Look, I just read this. The thin verge is the light. First off, I want to know if anybody hears this. So everybody stop. I want to play it. I want to know if anybody hears, if everybody hears this being said.
Get on board.
The thin verge is light.
Definitely heard that.
Okay.
Hey, Heather.
So the verge is a, you know, what, like the right on the edge. That's what that's what verge means. Right on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
The thin edge is light. Okay, this has my brain going because we're talking about the veil. You know, we're talking about two different sides of the dimension. We're dealing with parts of the electromagnetic spectrum, and we get this line, the thin verge is light. You were just talking about the light. Who's turning on the light? We're talking about the flashlights upstairs. You know, we're using full spectrum because we believe for some reason in our guts that there's something with the light spectrum here that
I mean, you also got to think, going back to episode 1, Brent, that's us in the light.
Exactly. We've actually captured similar statements to that.
Few responses in our recent investigations about the light.
The light. What do you guys think about that? Anybody chime in? I want to hear people's thoughts.
Deb, Joe, Suri, Heather, Jane, you know, when you go out to investigate, we're a big family. Let's work on trying to get some answers on what's the importance to the light. Bad medicine.
Undertaker.
Bad medicine.
So, you know, thinking about the thin verges of light here, I mean, my thought, just thinking about real quick, is that maybe they got 1 foot on our side, 1 foot on the other side. Like they're floating in that realm where they're crossing at it. You know, like, hey, I'm willing to cross over, but I also want to stay here because they're comfortable with whatever time frame that they're stuck in here.
Yeah. Jackie's saying, who wants to look at that? But I love looking at that. I'm sorry. But I do.
That equals view times, Jackie. Sorry.
Bad.
Oh, Jackie, you brought it up, by the way. You can't do that when people are drinking.
Honey, I love you. All right.
Oh God.
Babe, put your link in the chat, please. If anybody in here, if you haven't subscribed to Jackie's channel, would you please subscribe? She's 7 away from 100. Oh, it's a travel channel. It's not paranormal. Whatever helps. Well, honey, that right there will help the channel, right, Mock? All right, so
Jared, just remember she said that. So when you guys start developing new thumbnails, keep that in mind.
The thin verge is light. So when we go out, folks, please, let's try to implement light. Questions about light.
Yeah, and is it the conduit? That's kind of when I'm at. Like, okay, the thin verge is light, you know, and we can't see how it changes things. It doesn't do anything but illuminate for us, but it may be, you know, we hear portal all the time or gates. For all we know, light is that the way they're able to get through.
Definitely. So it's things that we got to look at. And I would like, hey, Jenna's back. No worries, Jenna. I know you're out there having a good time. I know you're out there having a good time. I appreciate you guys being in there. I really do. It really means a lot to us.
I don't think there's anything more in this one, though, is there?
Let's see. I mean, we're 50 minutes in.
There's a part here. There's a part here where it's like, F that, baby. I don't know. That one cracks me up.
She makes the thumbnail, Brent. Jackie says she makes the thumbnails, so it won't be.
Jackie, you're the one that said whatever helps the channel. I'm going to screenshot it right now. Bam. I've got it on there.
So, I want to hit on something real quick. So, and I texted you guys about this earlier. It was up in when I don't know if we were still in the room, or whatever, but it says MP, and Brent, you code it as EMPIE.
MP. I didn't. Yeah, it sounds like a name, dude. And that's an excellent point.
And when I was sitting there watching, I'm like, wait a second, what sweatshirt was I wearing there that night? And for those of you guys who don't know, I was military police in the Army, and I wore a sweatshirt that night where on the front of it says MP. It's got a soldier with a rifle in the middle of the letters, and on the back in big letters it says MP. And I went back and looked at our photo from that night, and I'm like, wait a second, was I wearing that hoodie? And I sure enough was. So one of the things I wonder is, it wasn't EMPIE, but were they trying to reference me with the sweatshirt that I was wearing that night? Were they referencing the MP as in military police?
So allow me to comment in on this, because I think that sheds a huge amount of light. Because when I wrote it like MP, and I was actually hoping that the docents were going to chime in and be like, yeah, there was actually a lady called MP or something weird like that. They called so-and-so MP. MP, military police, makes way more sense for numerous factors. One, they were trying to get they were trying to get you to get attention to that, pay attention to what they had to say. They're trying to.
How many times did they say my name that night?
Brother.
Yeah, numerous. Also, though, if you pay attention to things that are said, there's a lot of statements about things that happened in the past, negative things that happened to people that needed to get saved, that needing help right now in whatever situation they're trapped in or feel they're trapped in or just want to be brought into the light. And I mean, they mentioned a constable in part one, Constable so-and-so gave the warning, so like to see military police could very well.
And you also got to remember, these folks aren't from our time, so they don't talk like us. So these words that they're using, constable of the peace, these words, they're not everyday used now, but back then they were. So these are the words that they're familiar with using in life, and that's what we're getting. Very interesting.
Here's another thing to think about, guys. There was a Civil War hospital there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And MPs were used in the Civil War. I mean, the Oddfellows in West Virginia, was an MP station. So it could very much relate to what was going on there.
Definitely.
Yeah. And the only other thing I want to say about that, because I mean, I really think you're right. You're dead on. I wish I'd have had that understanding before I put that caption in. And I'm glad you brought it up. But the other thing that comes to mind is, and I think it's important for everyone to think about, is they clearly have the ability to see. And they saw your shirt. To say MP in that reference means they saw your shirt, saw the letters, and are able to read it. And it brings me back to like Jared on the battlefield, and he got goosebumps, and they say goosebumps. And it's like they can see the texture of your skin. They can see what's written on your shirt. That's awesome.
It's definitely awesome. Definitely.
I mean, and the thing is, we're not dealing with that. Goes to show we're not dealing with people who are just in the past, and we're trying to find out, hey, what'd you do? They are in real time with us.
Yes, they're in real time, right there. Yes.
Yep. Floating around with us, right there, and they're everywhere, folks. They're awesome. They're everywhere. Constables are police officers in Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Bad medicine.
Yeah.
Do you know where this investigation took place? Hanover, Pennsylvania. Or Jackie.
That was Jackie.
Honey, you know where the investigation took place. I'm sorry.
That's what she was saying it.
Great pull there, honey. Great pull. Yeah. That's why she's the case manager, folks. Jackie, Joe says get them views from the thumbnail.
Yeah. See, Joe. Joe, are you drinking 9.3% too? The filter's off at this point.
Sharon, if you haven't subscribed to Jackie's channel, go ahead. You'll get to see parts of the United States that you probably wouldn't be able to see. All right, what's the time? All right, so what we have pulled up. Let's play this out because we're 55 minutes in. And
all right, here we go. Let's leave this the last one then. I just like this. Again, this shows that that fun asshole spirit playing around with us.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Listen to this, folks.
Don't fight. Don't fight, Rob. Okay, I love this.
A woman and a man, and he's like,
dude, this reminds me of something that, like any one of us three would have had a conversation with our wives. Hello, it's on. Hold on.
Man.
Here we go. One more time.
Thank you, sir.
That's so clear. That love.
Don't fight, Rob. What's the point? Fuck that love. Fucking great. So again, folks, if you have not watched episode 4, part 2, or part 1, Brent did an excellent job putting them together. We would appreciate it if you check them out. And this was part 2. A lot of ITC, a lot of responses, a lot of multiple word responses. Check it out. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell us what you think if you haven't seen it. Episode 5 should be coming out within the next couple weeks.
And real quick, not to interrupt you, Jared, but I just want to say, as always, Brent, my man, you do a hell of a job doing this, man.
I don't have any beers left, but I will bring 2 empty cans or bottles to you.
Thank you. It's a team effort.
You know I love you, brother. But Wednesday we have a premiere coming out. This is me, Ed, and Jackie upstairs in the parents' room of the Benson Hammond house, conducting a Echovox session after we opened the 1889 Bible in the basement.
Dude, it's wild.
Very, very cool session here. There's a lot of good response.
And to touch on that too, is that I want everybody to watch that, and I want everybody to comment if you hear something that's not tagged, because we left stuff on tag there.
Yeah,
dude, all of us heard stuff, and we are like, "Hey, I heard this, but we're like, let's leave it on tag and see if we get it." So
we're going to leave it out. So watch the video and let us know what you hear. There's a few. I'd say there's 6 or 7 that we left out that were pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm going to say this. There were things in episode 3, 1 and 2 here, or episode 4, 1 and 2, part 1 and part 2, that I definitely left out. Like I heard German and I heard French coming through. Like, what? I don't speak either, so I didn't want to tag it. But listen to what's being said, and don't just wait for our captions.
Hanover, Pennsylvania was a huge German area, too. Huge German area.
You know, so and Brent brings up a good point. Like with this one, we didn't tag stuff in it, but there's always stuff in there where we may, amongst us 3 of us, we may be like, I don't know if I really heard it or not. So somebody else commenting into it more than ever. Don't think that, hey, we just missed this. We just may not have agreed on it, because for us, it's got to be 100% consensus. Like, I heard that.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about you guys. You guys have to hear it.
I love when people chime in and say, hey, I hear this at this time. I love going back. I jump on that.
Mention. Jane, thanks for coming.
Love you, sis.
We love you, sis. We family. You've been around since the beginning of this channel. I know that, and like I said at the beginning, it's been a rough situation. But I was supporting from the sidelines, and I'm going to be supporting a little bit more up front now. But we love you. Things that happened this week shouldn't happen in this field. This field should be nothing but trying to better this field by the work that we do. That's what we should be doing. Just if you're a paranormal investigator, your sole job is to try to better this field with the work that you do. If you don't, then you ain't worth anything.
Stop. All right, just stop. Yeah. Everybody knows.
But it needs to be said.
It doesn't. It's already been said. Everybody knows. Just let it go. Let it bury itself and die and go away. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of hearing about it. Everybody already knows. Let it go.
We will let it die. I'm sorry. You won't hear anything from me, voice of reason. But thanks everybody for coming tonight. Again, Wednesday we have a premiere. We hope to see everybody there. 9:15 Wednesday. It's an awesome session.
I may be there. I have an early bedtime.
Joe, I want to hear it. I know every word. I got a 3-year-old daughter. I know every word of every Disney movie.
Medicine.
It's not that. It's the gym. And this week, look, I've taken the last week out of the gym. This week, I'm going to hit it hard. I'm starting going a little bit heavier and a little bit stronger of a diet. You know,
more protein.
More protein, less carbs. I kind of want to see what I can do in the next 3 weeks. I might have some
ideas. You don't need less carbs. Hold on. You don't need less carbs. You can be working out. Carbs are fine for you, brother. Maybe not for your blood sugar.
Yeah, see?
You don't need to cut carbs. I need this.
Look, I'm thinking about doing something in the future. I'm kind of keeping to myself right now, so I need to do a little 2-3 week prep to see how things go here. If I'm ready for it or not.
Ed, you know what I think about what you have progressed into from years before.
Oh, I know.
You guys wouldn't recognize Ed physically.
No.
Amazing.
150
physical fitness that he's grabbed.
Yep. So that's going to be it, folks. Again, Wednesday night, 9:15. Hope to see everybody there. We got a premiere coming out, and we won't be doing BTI next Friday. However, we will have a live with the unveiling of the Pasadena Paranormal Ghost Box that Brent has created.
Oh yeah.
And
real quick, I just happened to read. Hold on, I just happened to read this from Undertaker. This has nothing to do with what you're saying. I haven't seen Sing 2 yet, but I'm gonna watch it because I know obviously we all know the songs from Sing 1. But go ahead.
Look, I got a 13-year-old. I almost want to buy Sing 2 on demand just so I can watch it.
Yep. So Wednesday premiere, live stream. We'll probably do I haven't made the thing up yet. It's probably going to be around 8:30, I would say. 8:30 to 9. Do a half-hour live stream downstairs showing off the Pasadena Paranormal Ghost Box, and
we'll have the Bible box. The what are we calling that? The Bible box. The Bible box
detector. Bible motion detector.
Yep. I may even have a theremin going down there. I'm ready to get that basement. I'm gonna tackle that basement, bro.
Deb's saying, "Dang it, it's all right. You're going to be in the field working. Remember the light, Deb. Ask about the light Saturday.
Please,
can
I want to know.
Sunday morning.
Bible pod. I like it. The Bible pod.
All right, folks. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank
Love
you.
y'all.
We love everybody that supports us. We love our Battleborn family. I love my Pasadena Paranormal brothers and my beautiful fiance, of course. And we'll see you around. So for me,
Brent.
And Dad.
we wish you adieu, and we will not let you walk into that darkness alone. Have a good one.
See y'all.